Hello friends. So in this video we will discuss about a new legislation that have been formed, the Bhartiya Nyaya Samhita 2023. So we all know that Britishers have enacted Indian Penal Code, Code of Civil Procedure and Indian Evidence Act. They were archaic, they were made to suppress Indian people, they were made to punish Indian people. Their motive was not to provide justice for Indian people but to punish and suppress them. So that colonial laws, archaic laws carried forward even after 75 years of Indian independence, and there was pressing need to make an Indian Nyaya Samhita, which will have Indian flavor, which will cater to the present need, where crimes such as mob lynching, terrorism has become a monster. Terrorism was not present in this form in the 1860s when IPC and CRPC were enacted. Now terrorism has come into the fourth. There have been evolving crime, and as the law should not be based on punishing people but to provide justice, to provide nyaya, and that has been envisaged through this bill, and we will discuss about what are the provisions in the bill and what are the challenges which still remain even after enacting Bhartiya Nyaya Samhita 2023. So, first of all, highlights of the bill. The Bhartiya Nyaya Samhita retains most offences from the Indian Penal Code, but it adds community service as a form of punishment for petty crimes like theft, pickpocketing, uh, utilizing something, some mobile number or some name in a fraudulent manner or something like this, which is not very big crime. For that, the punishment will not be imprisonment, but the punishment will be community service. Sedition is no longer an offense. Instead, there is a new offense for acts endangering the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India, which is known as Rajdroho. It also adds terrorism as an offense, and the definition has been taken from the UAPA, you know, Unlawful uh, Association Prevention Act. It is defined as an act that intends to threaten the unity, integrity, security, or integrity, security, or economic security of the country, or strike terror in the people. So this definition has become very important. You should remember it, and whenever there is a question in general studies 3 asked in the internal security, you have to write this definition as an introduction. Then comes organized crime has also been added as an offense. It includes crimes such as kidnapping, extortion, and cyber crime committed on behalf of a crime syndicate. Now petty organized crimes are also an offense. Murder by a group of 5 or more person on grounds of certain identity makers such as caste, language, personal belief will be an offense with penalty life imprisonment or death and with a fine. Mob lynching is another name for this, when 5 or more person on ground of certain identity, whether it is caste, language, religion, personal belief. Personal belief में religion is coming. Now we will see key issues and analysis. Age of criminal responsibility is retained at 7 years. It extends to 12 years depending upon the maturity of the accused. These are not very important for you for the examination, but the above certain highlights are important for you in the examination. The Article 377 has, which was read down by the Supreme Court, uh, has been omitted in this. Then the context I had provided you earlier only. Key changes, again you can see that they have added IPC criminalizes acts such as murder, abatement of suicide, assault, and uh, causing grievous hurt. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita retains these provisions. It adds new offences such as organized crime, terrorism, and murder or grievous hurt by a group of on certain grounds, which is known as mob lynching. Sexual offenses against women, um, like IPC has criminalized rape, voyeurism, stalking, and insulting. Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita retains all these provisions, and it increases the threshold for the victim to be classified as a major in the case of gang rape from 16 to 18 years of age. It also criminalizes sexual intercourse with the women by deceitful means or making false promises, which is also known in the media as love jihad. है ना? Sedition, the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita removes the offense of sedition. It instead penalizes the following: exciting or attempting to excite secession, armed rebellion, or subversive activities, encouraging feelings of separatist activities, endangering the sovereignty or unity and integrity of the nation. These offenses may involve exchange of words or signs, electronic communication, or use of financial means. Terrorism has been added, as I had given the earlier definition as well. Organized crime has been added, mob lynching has been added. Some of the decisions given by the Honorable Supreme Court has been retained in this, like the uh, adultery 497 section of IPC. There was a judgment, so adultery has been omitted as an offense in this. Now, key issues and analysis. Age of criminal responsibility refers to the minimum age at which a child can be prosecuted and punished for an offense. So, this has been also mentioned. Under IPC, nothing is considered an offense if committed by a child below the age of 7 years. The age of criminal responsibility increases to 12 years if the child is found to not have attained the ability to understand the nature and consequences of his conduct. And Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita retains both of these provisions. Some of the duplication, one of the criticism is that there is duplication of offenses. Like terrorism is also mentioned in the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Um, and in this also terrorism has been defined and has been included in the ordinary crime. Adulteration of food or drink for sale, again it is covered in the Food Safety and Security Act 2006. It is also covered in the ordinary law. Abandoning a child, rash driving, so there is a duplication of offenses which are mentioned in specific act, and these are ordinary crimes. Ordinary crimes are codified in Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita. Now, specific crimes are given in the specific acts, like Motor Vehicles Act, uh, have all the penalties with related to if you are violating any kind of rules on road, if you are driving at a speed which is not permitted. All these will be tackled by the Motor Vehicle Act. So the main point which you have to consider is that the need for making this law was to Indianize Indian law for providing justice. I hope this lecture will help you. Thank you so much. Take care. Best wishes.